Relax.
He's good now.
Relax.
He's good now. Yeah.
Please stop.
Why you hitting me with that?
Turn over.
Nah, why you hitting me with that? You trying to take off with it. I ain't trying to do shit. Get off. Why you hitting me? Get on the ground. Nah, why you hitting me with that gun? Why you ain't got no camera on?
Turn over.
I got it on camera. Just stop, okay? Stop.
Chase him.
No, don't chase him.
No. What's up, my PBM family? What's up? Another episode of Old School Cops presented by PBM. You got the three-man squad today, the most experienced, dedicated squad in the media right here. You have probably got 100 years of experience when we start talking about the OG Additive Squad. Squad consists of sergeant work, detective work, federal task force, gun, undercover. We got the squad, and it's real diverse, and we know a lot about policing, and where we have the advantage, we're all from the community, and we went back to police our community. So you send in the videos, we'll give you our unbiased assessment, and we handing out accountability on everybody, civilians, police, everybody. This particular video, thanks for sending this one in, because when I looked at this officer's a nut. He shouldn't even be on the job. He assaulted the guy. He hit him with his firearm. He drew blood, so I would think aggravated assault. He tried to pull his pants down. I don't know if we can find some way to fit in sexual assault. The guy was just losing it. He was going crazy. There's no tactics in the world, and we got a bunch of tactical guys on this squad, people who've been a part of training, where why would you put hands on somebody and fight them who's not even fighting you back, and you're doing all that holding your gun? You like just everything about this is wrong. The guy gets an F. He should be kicked off the police department, charged with assault. If you ask me, that's just my opinion. There's nothing. His actions I cannot find consistent with any policy, procedure, or training in any manual that will tell an officer, yes, do exactly what he did. Don't need to be on the job. Go ahead, Tone.
I spent most of my time, more of my time as a detective than I did in patrol. And one of the things that they told us is that you're in plain clothes in an unmarked vehicle. You are most encouraged to have a marked unit with a uniformed officer make the traffic stop for you so they know who you are. Now, I don't know why this guy was stopped, but I know what I saw and what I heard was nobody identified who they are. They just jumped out and grabbed the guy and started assaulting him. That is no across the board. No across the board. Unless there was some imminent danger to the community, I would always let a uniform, and I've done that plenty of times, stop that car for me. They stop the car, and then I come out after they've made, they've contained the situation. But to jump out and do such, that is very dangerous. And their department should be looking at not only discipline for that officer, and I bet you that they have policies in place to avoid that problem. And I bet you he violated a bunch of policies as a result of that traffic stop.
100%. Said we don't put hands on people when we are holding our guns. This dude is horrible. That said, Mr. Independent, he's in the live. He's been on a job for a long time. He agrees with the assessment. Go ahead, OG. You can close it out.
You hit it on the nail head. Proximity is your safety. If your safety mechanism, you don't get up on somebody with your gun drawn, trying to arrest them. It doesn't work that way. You either put your gun away, or at least use your offhand to keep the distance from him. First of all, the guy wasn't resisting. He just just basically jerked him out the car and hit him upside the head. He's bigger than he is. He's taller than he is. You're at a disadvantage. You all up on this man with your gun. And then last but not least, I couldn't tell if his finger was on the trigger when he was hitting with the gun or not, but I prayed that it wasn't. Because most of the time when folk hit you upside the head with the gun and your finger's on the trigger, the gun goes off. Okay? So let's be thankful that the gun didn't go off. 100 folk upside the head went out in the 80s when I was a cop. When I went through police officer training in Memphis, they were encouraging us not to hit anybody in the head. Do not hit nobody in the head. If you can, at all possible, please don't hit him in the head. Mm-hmm. Last but not least, we go back to what Tone said. Here he is in plain clothes, trying to effect an arrest or whatever he's doing, again, by himself. Now, the only time you do something by yourself is when life and liberty are in jeopardy, okay? If somebody's doing something crazy, all right? I had a guy come out of a house chasing another guy with a gun. I was on my way to the range, and I saw him come out of the house chasing a guy with a gun. I stopped my DEA car in the middle of the damn street, got on the radio, called the dispatcher, grabbed my vest and threw it over my head in the meantime and pulled out my gun and shouted to the guy to stop, stop, stop. I didn't run to him. I stayed behind my car, okay? And when the guy saw me with my vest on and saw the blue light, heard the siren going, that's when he realized he had screwed up, and he went back in the house with the gun. What did I do? Nothing. I stayed where I was. I told the guy that was being assaulted, come to me. Let's get behind the car. You don't put yourself in jeopardy, especially when you're by yourself. So, that situation was totally unprofessional, totally inappropriate. And any defense attorney gets a hold of that videotape, I tell you what, that man's going to get paid. Whatever he did wrong, he did not deserve to get clipped upside the head with no gun. Okay? And then to put him to the ground, the most effective way to arrest anybody when you got 3 cops is to stand there and ask him to cooperate and put his hands behind his back. He could have injured the other 2 cops taking this man down.
Yep.
Totally unprofessional. Once those 2 guys got there and took it, he should have stepped back and let them handle the arrest. Instead, he's trying to snatch the man's pants off. He grabbed him by the leg. He going to throw him down on the ground. One of them cops could easily broke their arm, and the next thing they're going to charge the guy with assault because another police officer got hurt. Most effective way to arrest anybody, especially when you got enough people, is to make them uncomfortable standing up and put their hands behind their back. Slinging somebody on the ground, that's because they're out of control. That's when you do that. So, I give this guy a flat F, a F minus, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was the guy seemed like he was out of control.
He was pissed.
look at the officers that was in uniform. They felt embarrassed, and he told one of the officers, he said, "Tase him, tase him." And the officer, I'm so glad he didn't listen to him. He just ignored the whole tase him. The guy wasn't putting up a fight. And you would think that this guy was just the baddest motherfucker there is, and he was fighting you. He didn't even put up a fight. The guy did not. He literally didn't swing at him. He didn't do anything. Yo, I'm so glad the officers did not listen to this plainclothes officer. So 100%. Listen, anytime on the side of the road, as we see time and time again, the officer has the home court advantage. Please just be safe, get through that encounter, and your fight is in the courtroom. More officers now, this day and age, are getting more suspended, terminated, charged. There's a lot of bags being given out. So don't fight with the police on the side of the road. You're going to lose. Take your fight to the courtroom. Be safe. See you next video.